Okay, this is a little clip on the Yanmar 1GM and 1GM10 to solve a little problem it has with the oil pipes. There's two oil pipes. There's one short one here at the back and then a long one here at the front. What these two oil pipes do is the short one carries the oil from the sump and the oil pump up here to the filter. The long one, the long pipe, is this long one here which carries the oil from the filter up to the main oil gallery. The problem, a very common problem with this engine, is the two pipes are actually made from mild steel, thin wall tubing. Why Yanmar didn't make them from something that didn't rust, I don't know, but yeah, one of those design faults. Now to the solution to this problem, and it comes in the form of these two pipes, which you can pick up on eBay. Here in the UK, no problem at all. The pipes are made from an alloy of copper and nickel, just called cupra nickel. Now we'll go through the actual procedure of changing these pipes. The first thing we'll do is we'll take off this pipe, which is the water inlet, just to give us easier access. Make sure you turn off the C valve before you do take it off, of course. So I'll just take that off now. That's not too bad. Okay, that's that out of the way. The next thing we do is we take off this small bolt here. It's a 10mm head. That comes off. The only two spanners you really need for this job is a 10mm and a 19mm. Okay, that's off. The next thing we'll do is we'll put some rags down underneath here to catch some oil in a boat. That might not be as much space. You can use an old ice cream carton or that. What happens is there's a bit of oil sitting in the pipes. As you take them off, it comes out. One thing we want to make sure of before we do start is that we actually make the area around the pipes quite clean. What we don't want is bits of rust and flakes of paint and what have you getting into the oil gallery or the oil ways, and we don't want any dirt on the sealing surfaces for the pipe. So we'll just give a brush around. Same down below here. I find an old toothbrush is quite good for this job. You can use small wire brushes and what have you, or even just a good rub round with a rag. That'll do the job. Okay, now to take the pipe off. And we want to retrieve just there's two copper washers, one each side of the banjo joint. To be aware of those. Okay, that's one at the back, one at the front. And the same again at this end. There we go. Replace those. Okay, the offending oil pipe. And we have a little bracket here which we'll take off. We'll want that later. Okay, the next thing we do is take off the short pipe. It's just the same thing again, 19mm. Sometimes a socket and a short extension is more handy, particularly in a boat where the access might be difficult. Again, watch for the copper washers. And the other offending oil pipe. This one hasn't failed yet, but won't be long. That's the old oil pipes off. Now to put the new ones on. First thing we'll do is we'll clean up these surfaces a little bit where the sealing rings go on, just to make sure that nothing goes where it shouldn't. Okay, the first pipe we put on is the short one, and that will go in like that. So, copper washers, we'll put some new ones on, put that one on, and we have the other one for the back, so just one each side of the banjo joint, that in loosely. And we'll do the other one. Again, one each side. Put that in. Slide that up behind. Like that. Again. So, bring those two bolts up. And now we'll nip these up. Well, tight enough to seal on the washers. What I have seen people talk about is trying to line up these ports on the bolt with the pipe. That's totally unnecessary. These banjo joints have an oil gallery all the way around, so it doesn't matter where these ports are, the oil will flow freely. The important thing is to have the bolts up tight enough to seal on the washers, but not so tight as to damage the thread. Okay, for the next we'll put on a long pipe, and that goes in like that. Again, put the bottom pipe first down here with the sealing washers. Bring that up, just finger tight. And that's moving nicely. And now we'll do the top. Again, copper washer each side. So, in there. And then slide that up onto it. Like so. All fits nicely. And now we nip them up. Nice. That's it. And for the final bit, put this clip back in. That, and that little bolt back in where it was, and our 10mm spanner here. Nip that up. Okay, that's the pipes installed. The only thing that needs to be mentioned now is, after the engine has done a little run, had a heat cycle, cooled down, go around these bolts once more and just give them another little nip up. They'll probably take another 4 or 5 degrees. The vibration and the temperature change always manages to make those sealing washers and threads settle down. All that remains now is to put your intake water pipe back on where it was. Tighten it up. And job done. Okay, that's the job done. One nice thing about these pipes is, unlike the original Yanmar ones, there's absolutely no need to paint them. So you'll never have to worry about rusting oil pipes again, not these ones anyway. Yeah, it's a significant upgrade on the original pipes.